guys, it's Peyton, and today I'm going to be starting off a new reading vlog. I haven't done a reading vlog in a while. I have a goal of reading at least 4 more books this year because I am at 76 books and my goal was 80. I have to do that for my Goodreads goal or I am going to feel bothered for forever because I'm just so close. And I believe today is the 20th, but it's getting closer and closer to midnight, so it's about to be the 21st. I need to get going with my reading as quickly as I possibly can, and I actually finished the whole book today. Originally today I was at 5 books I needed to finish, but I read One Day in December by Josie Silver. Really didn't like this book though. I give it a 2 stars. I didn't like any of the characters, and there was cheating involved, emotional cheating and physical cheating, so I was not big on this. And this book has a whole like love at first sight thing, and this book takes place over years because the guy that she has love at first sight with that she never sees again ends up getting with her best friend, and then she's like, oh my god, I'm so in love with him because I saw him one time. It becomes an awkward situation for years and years and years, and honestly it's just ridiculous. I don't believe it and I hate it. I will talk more about this though in my least favorite books of the year video whenever that comes out, because this does make the list. I did buy it for $2 at my used bookstore, and then my dog decided to eat it. So I'm not too sad about it because I didn't end up liking the book and it was only $2, but my dog needs to chill out because this is like the 3rd book that she has eaten recently. I have a whole stack of books that I'm hoping to get through. These are just options. It could be anything. I could not even complete my Goodreads challenge, but honestly I'm so determined and I will be so pissed off if I don't. So the first book that I'm hoping to read throughout this vlog to complete my challenge is Believe Me by Tahura Mafi. This is such a short book. It is a novella. I feel like this is a perfect one to reach my Goodreads challenge with. And this one is supposed to be after the 6th book in the Shatter Me series, Imagine Me, in Warner's point of view. And if you don't know anything about the Shatter Me universe, honestly you're behind, but it's just about a girl who has a killer touch. So when she touches people, they die, and she finds a person that she's able to touch. And the government wants to use her as a weapon. Oh my gosh. But there's a romance throughout this series that is super adorable. I'm excited to read this. I'm just kind of nervous because my friend Brittany said she was loving the whole book until like the last sentence. It just changed everything for her. So I'm hoping I don't feel the same because I want to love the whole thing and feel like it was worthwhile. Another book that I picked up out of my little reading cart is Where Dreams Descend by Janella Angelis. This one I have an audiobook checked out of my library currently, so it is a chunky one, but with the addition of the audiobook I could power through this if I actually take the time to do it. So, and this is one I'm really interested in. I just know it's about magicians and there's a circus. And that's pretty much it. It's been compared to like Carvel and things like that, and I enjoy Carvel, so I'm here for the circus vibes. That energy sounds fun to me, and if there's any sort of competition aspect in this book with the magicians, I will be thriving. Another short one that I found on my bookshelf is The Lost Girls by Sonia Hartsel. This is an arc, but it came out in September and it's really short. It is gay vampires. She's hunting down her ex-boyfriend because he turned her into a vampire, and I think she has a crush on his new girlfriend. Absolutely legendary. That's why I requested this arc. The cover is beautiful and the premise sounds so much fun, and it's super short. I asked a friend what I should read and they said Sky Hunter by Marie Lu because they bought me this book. You know, I'm not opposed to reading this because it's only 371 pages, I believe, and that's like an average YA book for me, so I definitely could read this fairly quickly, especially if I'm really liking it. And I did love Marie Lu's Warcross duology. You know, I loved Warcross. Wildcard wasn't my absolute favorite, but I still read it in one day, so obviously I enjoyed her duology. So I really want to give this series a chance. Couldn't tell you what this is about. Another one that I picked up off of my shelf that is like more of a smaller one that I feel like I could power through really quickly is Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. This is a thriller, and it's a husband and a wife going in a cabin, and they haven't been having the greatest relationship lately. I don't know where this is going to go, but I've heard it's an addicting book and it's a page turner. I really want to see if there's like a murder situation involved, like what's going on here? What do they do in this little cabin? I don't know, but it's a very short book, not even 300 pages. So I really could read this in a day if I really tried. So I will try my freaking hardest. It looks like I was shaking your hand. Do you think I can do it? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know which book I'm picking up quite yet, but I will update you later and you will know what I've been reading. Hey guys, it's the next day, and you saw that clip of me reading Believe Me by Tahura Mafi. I finished the whole thing. I started it last night and got like 50 pages in, and then I just finished the rest of it earlier today. I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. It just wasn't anything crazy special to me. I love the Shatter Me series, but this one specifically just didn't stick out to me in any way. It was Warner's point of view, and I love Warner, but most of this book was just him being like, does Juliet still really love me, you know? And I'm like, after 6 books, I would say there's some love there. And there's an event in this book that was teased since the last book, and we never really got to fully see it in Imagine Me. And this one, everyone was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna see it in Believe Me, because why else would we have a novella after Imagine Me other than to explore this thing that was hinted at? This book built up to that thing that was hinted at the whole time, and the last scene is right before the event starts, when I just want to see the event. It's really weird. I would have preferred to just see the actual event rather than the buildup of it, because the buildup was just a lot of chaos and Warner being in his head when we all know, like, his crazy thoughts, like, they aren't gonna be what he thinks. A lot of this book was just them sitting around and Warner being stressed over things that the reader knows is not true. Overall, I don't feel like it was that necessary of a thing to read. I didn't hate my time reading it. Like, there was some fun character interactions. I love Warner and Kenji, but I could have used even more of Warner and Kenji, you know? I just don't feel that much towards this book, to be honest. And now I need to figure out what is my next book that I'm going to be picking up. I have 3 more books that I have to read for my reading goal of 80 books. And I realized I'm halfway through an audiobook called You Love Me by Caroline Kepnes. This is the 3rd one in the You series. I read the first 2 of these books years ago, and I knew that the 3rd one came out this year, and then I binged the actual show because I never actually watched the show, even though I read the first 2 books. And I didn't really like the second book. I think I gave it like a 2 stars. It was not my cup of tea. But this one, I don't know. I'm definitely going to try to finish it because I'm already halfway through it and it is a chunkier book. I don't own it. This would be a good option for me to finish because I'm already halfway through it and I really need to finish at least 3 books. I need a physical read. I might try to do Sky Hunter, but I'm really feeling Where Dreams Descend, but I also have an audiobook for this, so I feel like I'd rather do something I don't have an audiobook for. Sky Hunter, it's not too long. Maybe I'll try, and if I'm not able to power through it very quickly, then I'll try something else. Because I need to power through books very quickly. I need some books that are very easy to read. I'll let you know next time I see you. It's very hard to pick out a book to read. There's so many ones that I want to read. Hey everyone, I didn't update y'all yesterday because I didn't read yesterday. I was hanging out with someone all day. Today is a day to read. It is Christmas Eve, the 23rd. I am reading a Christmas book that my friend just gave me for Christmas. Shout out to you, Reagan, a legend. She picked out this book for me that just sounds perfect for me. It is an enemies to lovers Christmas romance. The main character, Lila, is a book blogger. She organizes books in the gift shop. It is in a Christmas town called Holly, New York. They're like rivals working together. It is her boss's nephew that recently is trying to help out with the Christmas shop. I'm only page 36. And so far, it's kind of cheesy, kind of cringy. Like, the writing style's a bit cringy, if I am going to be honest. But something about it is kind of like Hallmark movie cringe, even though I never really watch those. Though I'm sure I would be addicted as soon as I start watching one. I am going to be watching Corbin Blue's Hallmark movie before Christmas. Probably with my sister because I recorded that shit. I am, for some reason, enjoying it. It is a teenage girl and it definitely feels like a teenage girl. Like, she feels very young as a character, but I'm so far liking her. Like, I'm not hating her. She's been talking about how books are like her love, her joy, her distraction in life, and we also see little book reviews from her book blog. So far I just think this is a book that so many probably younger teenage readers would enjoy even more than I probably will. People that are just getting into reading and then seeing someone who loves reading and a Christmas romance. I just feel like this could be a really great holiday read, but I'm still not very far into it. But it's such a short book. It's not even 300 pages. Let's see. It is 261 pages, and I'm gonna try to read the whole thing today. I just started it today because I'm like, if I don't read it now, I'm not gonna read it on Christmas Eve because I'm gonna be hanging out with my family. I just highly doubt I'm gonna be reading on Christmas Eve. So this is the day for me to read this, and this would get me closer to my Goodreads goal, and I would only have 2 left. So I need to listen to You Love Me. And I also got the audiobook of The Lost Girls, that vampire book I was talking about earlier. The audiobook came in for that, so that might be an option to power through at the end of this month as well. I'm just super determined to get this Goodreads goal, and with these short books, I think it's working. I wasn't expecting to read this one because I didn't even ever hear about this one, but when my friend gave it to me, I was like, wow, she knows me well. This sounds perfect, and I really hope it's not going to be like that other Christmas book that I read like one day in December. That one pissed me off so bad. I'm hoping that this one is a bit cheesy, a bit cringy, but cute. You know, that's what I'm wanting. I'm not expecting it to be the best book of all time. I just want a fun, enjoyable read, and so far, it seems like it. I also like this because there's literally like no white people in this so far, at least. I'm not that far in, but like main character is Filipino, her boss is Filipino, this guy, the love interest, the nephew, he's Filipino, her best friend is Portuguese. So far it's pretty diverse, and I think that's awesome, so I can't wait to hopefully fall in love with this book and at least enjoy it a lot. So I'm gonna keep trying to read it today and hopefully update you and let you know that I actually did it, because I really want to actually do this. Hey guys, I am back again. It is either the 29th or the 30th. I think it's the 29th, actually. I wanted to update you. Oh my god. I wanted to update you guys because I haven't in a hot second. I was last reading The Holiday Switch when I saw you. This one was an enjoyable one. I gave it a 4 to 5 stars. I thought it was a really cute, fun holiday romance. She's so cute. I can see myself rereading it in future holidays because it was, you know, everything I would have wanted. The book blogger thing, the cute guy who's like taking an interest slightly in her book things. Enemies to lovers. They were just more like rivals in the shop because he took her position that she was gonna be working this holiday. So she was more just annoyed. And then one day they accidentally take home the wrong phone. She has his phone and she can see his notifications, and then he has her phone and he can see her notifications. So he finds out about her book blog. She sees that he, one, has called her his nemesis, and he also has a group of friends that are like talking about something, and it seems like he has some sort of secret, so she's very curious about that secret. But I think this is definitely one to recommend and to check out because there's nothing really wrong for it. It was super diverse and it was cute. I really love the Christmas town vibes. Everything was Christmassy in this book. I finished it on Christmas Eve. I know I said I wasn't going to do that, but I read half of it on Christmas Eve and then I finished it on Christmas Eve. And it was a fun, enjoyable read, super short and easy to fly through. If you watched my vlog, you know, you saw me reading The Lost Girls by Sonia Hartsel. This is a vampire book. We've already discussed it in this vlog so far, but I read it in one sitting. I listened to the audiobook and followed along, and I made a little collage for it. Look at my collage. I think it's so cute. It was fun because I got an iPad for Christmas. I was able to just make something. It was fun. Like, it was creative, and I think I'm gonna keep doing that when I'm like getting really good vibes from the book. I honestly only gave it a 3 stars. And that's not bad. Like, there was nothing wrong with this book. I just wasn't like fully invested in the characters the way I wanted to be, and the romance, like, I didn't really feel anything, and it felt a little insta-lovey to me. I mean, it was insta-lovey. I don't know if I just read it too fast and I just didn't soak it in the way I should have with the romance, but you know, she over here got a crush on her ex-boyfriend who's a vampire, and he has a new girlfriend, and he keeps targeting teenage girls, and then he turns them into vampires and then leaves them all alone, and they have to deal with things. And like, these girls kill people. Like, they all kill people, and he has been doing this for a while now. So he has a lot of exes like her, and she like meets up with all of them, and they're trying to kill him to put a stop to him, because you're not supposed to turn so many vampires, and he keeps doing that. But there's really nothing wrong with this book. It was a short one. Maybe that was why I felt like it wasn't even 300 pages, like 250 pages. If it was longer, maybe I would have felt more for like the romance aspect. I didn't like dislike or really like the main character. Like, she was fine. She liked to read, so there was good lines about reading. That's really all I knew about her, like that she liked to do was reading. And I guess like her life was really hard. She has been like 30 years a vampire or something. So it's a poopy life, I guess. I'm not obsessed with this book, but I don't hate the book. It's just here for me, and I would still recommend it. If you're interested in this concept, you might like it more than I did. And then the final book that has reached me to 80 books before the year has been over. I finished it yesterday, and it was You Love Me by Caroline Kepnes. We've already talked about this in my vlog. I gave this a 3 out of 5 stars too, and to me this series is just getting a bit old. Every book feels the same. The first book felt really unique, like a really new concept, and it was very interesting to be in the eyes and the mind of a stalker, and this dude was obsessed with Beck, like the main character from the first book, and it was so interesting. And then I love how the show like adapts it. It was a really good adaptation, and then as the seasons go on, I feel like they're getting the better pieces or the worst pieces of the books and like changing them to make them better. I feel like the show is honestly doing better than this series as a whole, because the second one I gave like a 2 stars and the third one I gave a 3 stars, and it's just because it felt so old. I got really bored at the end. Like, it was kind of like a chore to finish this audiobook because it just feels like the same story over and over again. He finds a girl and then he gets obsessed with her, and then somehow like everyone in her life just ends up dying because of him. It just keeps happening. Like, it's a thing. It's just the same book in a new setting with slightly different side characters. I'm just bored, and like there's going to be another book, and I'll probably read it just because I'm this far in the series. I might as well see, like, if that's the final book, I might as well see the end of his journey, because this third book is nothing like season 3. Like, they've definitely changed it a lot at this point. The storylines aren't going to align, so I need to watch the show and then read the books separately because they're not the same anymore. The first book in the first season were pretty spot on, but after that there's a lot of changes. But I completed my 80 books challenge for 2021, and I'm super happy about it. Next year I'm going to up it by 10 because that's what I did last year. I keep upping it by 10. This year I'm going to be trying to do 90 books, and the year after that I'll be trying for 100 books. That is it for this vlog today. Let me know if you read any of these books and your feelings on them. I'm super excited for my end of the year videos that I'm going to be filming, so keep your eye out for like best books of the year, worst books of the year, and then most anticipated reads of 2022. So those are the ones that are coming, and a December wrap up. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like it, comment down below. Have a good day. Please subscribe. Make sure to follow all my social medias, which are linked down below, and go click the bell button, which is right by the subscribe button, which you should already clicked, and goodbye.